Drop a bomb, 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 bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Look at this.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too look at this.
None can compare with the KG Don. Better take cover when he drops that.
Bomb,
Going
bomb,
on reckless, just it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
Bomb, bomb. I said drop a bomb, Dad.
Yo, it's Reckless NBA. We are here. We are back with a review, and I've got a solid lineup, a solid cast right now. Listen, we can't go nowhere without Mr. JP, bro. Again, people be saying it's Ice Cube. They be keeping saying all these things, but this guy's got no LA about him, bro. This guy's telling me he's a Bostonite. You lot, have your teams as well. Have your teams. It's easier to just, I don't know if you can change it. So it says it in the... Yeah. In that little bit underneath. Yeah. That'd be great. Anyway, cool. Listen, JP Entertainment is Boston. That's his team right now. Roland, you already see the green on him. You know what time it is. Boston, job done. All right. Oh, snap. Peter just did a madness. Did Peter just change up to the...
Nah.
Did I just see the Timberwolves from Peter?
Peter, you gotta say Lakers and 8. Lakers and 8.
What? Antonio.
Don't get me with Lakers.
Lakers in 8 is crazy. Nah. You didn't need to do that, bro. Lakers in 8 is absolutely... It's just unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Then we got Riri with the Heat right now. So that's the squad. That's the team. We got so much to get into, so much to talk about. Like any good show, we're going to have to start with the major story. Yeah. We all predicted. I'm actually going to go to the predictions to see what we did and how we predicted this Lakers game. And someone here owes 20 memberships and they haven't paid them yet.
Do that.
It was an unnecessary bet as well. Let's actually go to the Lakers. So we said Lakers, Peter in 5. Wajid, Lakers in 6. KG, Lakers in 6. Roland, Lakers in 7. Antonio, Wolves in 6. Riri, Wolves in 7. JP, bloody hell, Wolves in 5. Just now, where should we start? Like the Lakers are out. I think it's best to JP. We start with you, man. What? Like,
yeah. When I put the Lakers in 5, I'll be real. Part of that was a little bit of hate. You know, I lived in LA for almost 10 years, so I've dealt with Laker fans for a very, very long time, and I'm never gonna give them no kind of love, no whatsoever when it comes to making predictions and picks. But I did not think they were gonna win this series or go far in the playoffs just because defense wins championships and Luka's allergic to defense. So I don't care how good he is, how talented you think that he is. I mean, this Timberwolves team was just in the Western Conference Finals last year. And in my opinion, with the Cat trade and getting Julius Randle, they got a piece that actually fit a lot better with Anthony Edwards than Karl Anthony Towns, even though Karl Anthony Towns is a better player. So to me, I'm looking at it like this newly constructed team that has a person who doesn't play defense. They don't get really no points outside of LeBron and what's the other white dude?
Rui went off though. Yeah. Rui was hitting the threes and is keeping him in it.
He's not dependable though. He's not dependable. They don't have anybody dependable on that team outside of LeBron and Luka. And there's only so far you can get with that when one of your stars.
You ain't gonna say Austin Reeves. You're not gonna say him. He's a good third option.
He's a bum.
He's a flash in the pan. We'll see how he does next year. He caught everybody off guard, but this offseason he's gonna have tape.
Yeah, during the season he was good, and then like the playoffs he just showed like his true colors. But that's when you know when you're good or not in the playoffs. Because in the regular season people don't really play defense, and then in the playoffs they focus on you. That's when you know if you're good or not. And he's a bum right now. I'm not gonna lie.
So what do you reckon it's gonna be though, Lakers? What do you reckon it's gonna take? Like, what's next for this Lakers team? Like, do you think There's going to be some changes. I think the fact they never had a proper center really did, because Rudy Gobert, bro, he went off. Like, he went off in a way that was absolutely insane.
KG, I'm happy you brought that up because we're letting somebody off the hook. The first person we need to talk about is JJ Redick.
Yep.
All right.
That coaching performance was crazy. The first coach to play 5 players in like second half through the whole entire game. I'm not sure if he like was doing it on purpose because he wants to be like a hipster coach and be the first one to do something that no one ever does. But that was crazy. The thing is, like, I don't mind him going small, but if you can go small, you gotta speed up the pace. But you can't do that if there's only 5 players you're playing. They're gonna get tired. So like the whole entire, like, I don't know what he was doing. It was crazy watching that. And then like after the post game, he was being like moody like he always is. It's that Duke in him. He can't help it. It's that Duke that comes out. He's like arrogant and I know all. Like, I don't know. It was weird.
Is he going to lose his job? Do you think he's going to lose his job?
No, it's his first season. It's his first season, so like you gotta give him until next year. But this like
that bum bitch should lose his job. He ain't know nothing about basketball.
I mean, Antonio was right though. But go ahead.
I was going to say, I thought it was kind of wild when they appointed him as coach, right? Because like it kind of indicated to me that they're looking to move a little bit younger, maybe not rebuild but retool a little bit. But then it was just strange. Then they make the move for Luka, so it's like, okay, you're bringing in a player to basically win now. So how do you construct a team? Like, I mean, since they won.
No, they didn't bring Luka to win. Now they knew they thought they didn't bring him in to win.
They did to win now. They did.
KG, every move you make when you have 40-year-old LeBron James on your team is to win now.
Yeah,
of course.
But then they couldn't get a center, so they was never gonna win.
No, we traded for a center,
they wasn't
but
even worried about that, KG. They thought that they could win with Luka.
No, we traded for a center, and the center failed his medical. So,
but you guys also had a center in Hayes, but you didn't play him. You guys had a big man.
Nah, bro.
We don't know what happened
there.
He
also chose to stay small. He also chose to stay small.
It's JJ
he had taller people on the bench. He could have.
Let's ask the Lakers fan. Let's talk to Peter right now.
When Joe Mazzulla was doing all this and he didn't get to the finals and everybody wanted to fire him and he won a chip within 2 years. So JJ Redick not gonna lose his job now, but he on the hot seat for next season, in my opinion, because like I said, you don't have years to waste when you got LeBron James on the roster.
True. Let's ask the Lakers fan. Let's go. Talk to us.
So if he chose to go small, small ball, he had the wrong player. You know, Jared Vanderbilt, Finney Smith. He could have used like Maxi Kleber, but he just came back. Maxi Kleber when he was at Dallas, he played the small ball. Dallas played with the small ball with him. He dragged the center. Like he could have dragged Rudy off the perimeter. So you know the paint would have Rui would have utilized it. LeBron would have utilized it. But you know Austin Reeves as a third option, I would have been a better third option. So
wow, we're turning on Austin Reeves now.
Yeah.
It's one thing when you fly into somebody's city and then you bust their ass and then fly out the same night. It's another thing when you got to see them tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. And they learn all that little off-kilter stuff you be doing. You don't get the same calls you're going to get in the playoffs because you're not a star. You putting up numbers, but you're not a star. We're not here to see you, Austin Reeves, if we keeping it a buck. And, you know, the Wolves had 3 better options than the Lakers did. And it just boiled down to like they're a better constructed team. And JJ Redick didn't know what he was doing in crunch time. There was 2 winnable games in that series, and he essed the bed, in my opinion, in terms of like making actual decisions in crunch time of what lineup to play. I mean, playing your starting lineup for a whole half in the NBA is like unheard of in 2025. Like that's crackhead behavior, in my opinion.
That's where he lost like the series to me. Even if they won like this series, they were done because you can't play 5 guys and like the other people on your team doesn't trust you then because they think they're not good enough to win like a championship. You need the whole team to like buy in. So like once he started playing like those 5 guys for the whole entire half, that's where he lost the whole entire series. And going forward, if they won this series, I don't think they were gonna win it because like some guys on the bench would be like, hey, he doesn't trust me. So I don't know. It was weird to see him do that.
Has anyone got Has anyone got the brackets I can see so I can look at the where we are and the teams like, you know how? Has anyone got a good like a link of the
I'm
bracket?
dropping one in the chat right now.
Yeah, put in the private
The
chat.
second game in Minnesota was a must-win game. Like we opened the fourth quarter with +10. I don't know who scored the 3-pointer. We opened the fourth quarter with +10, and then completely capitulated.
It was game 4 though, Peter, bro. If you watch game 4, like the Lakers were up in going into the fourth. I think they had like 10 points. Like, and so like 10. That's how it all fell apart. Like LeBron had the turnover, like kind of late in the game. And I was just like, you can't rely on.
Yes. What game was it where I saw a
and the
mad
reality
turnover?
is, like, if Luka's a superstar and every time the Wolves are coming down the floor, they putting him in the pick and roll so that they can get the switch to Luka on ball because you're that terrible of a defender. It's like there's no amount of offensive firepower that you're going to have to offset the fact that you're getting abused every possession on defense. Even if the person's not blowing by you for the basket, they're blowing by you, which means the defense has to shift. They kick it out. They swing. Your offense is running around frantic, and they're getting open shots, all because they're putting Luka on ball defense. So until he improves that facet of his game, he's not gonna improve that though. That's the part of his game that he's not gonna change.
Hey Peter, I have a question for you about Luka. What do you think about Luka? Like, he's been playing professional since he was like 15 or 16. So right now he's like, how old is he? Like 26?
26, I think.
So 10 years as a pro. I think he has like 5 more years left because like to be playing for that long. No, hear me out real quick. Hear me out real quick, and then you guys can answer. Because like most professionals play for like 15 and max. Not everyone's LeBron and goes like into 20 years. Like his body has been taking a hit since he's been a teenager, so that builds up on you. You can see already like the way he's moving. He's not fit, and I don't think he has it in his mind to get fit. So do you trust him to win a championship at this point? Because he's been a professional for so long. If he wanted to be like fit and be a professional, he would have done it by now. It's not like something that he can just pick up right now at 26. Be like, hey, from now on, I'm gonna eat healthy. I'm gonna be professional. I'm gonna stay fit. Like, what do you really think about it? And without any bias, like,
the thing is, if he would have stayed in Dallas, I think he would have been gone in 3 years, 4 years, because in Dallas, that was his franchise. So he could have smoked hookah, he could have smoked whatever he wanted. He would have drank 50 beers if he wanted. At the Lakers, different mentality, bro.
Yeah, who's LeBron teaching that mentality? LeBron's gone like in a year or two.
LeBron.
Okay.
Wait, so Roland, go on. What are you thinking?
I think it's not just like LeBron. Let's say it's like the organization. So it's like with the Celtics. Right? The Celtics have this kind of like this culture within it, right? Where like you come there, like it's not just about your on court, it's about off court. Like, what do you do, like as a character? Who are you as a person? Like, how do you contribute to society, like where you live, right? Like when you come into that organization, straight away you know what your job is going to be. And for Luka, it's the same here. He has a responsibility, right, to basically be the head of the organization if he decides to, because obviously
he's gonna be, because we know LeBron can't.
But he might not. No, but he might not, because obviously he has to sign an extension. You know what I'm saying? He has a choice to make if he actually wants to stay or not.
Do you think he'll leave that market?
I don't know.
The thing with Luka, he, like, in his 10 years of professional basketball, he cannot have one summer off. He goes to Slovenia, plays qualifiers, plays Eurobasket qualifiers, plays World Cup qualifiers, plays Olympic game qualifiers. So he plays against those bum countries, instead of focusing on his body, recovering from the season. Then, after the qualifiers are done, he needs to play World Cup, he needs to play Olympics, he needs to play European Championship. So he in his 10 years, he didn't have one summer just to recover.
But Peter, you're saying, hold up.
Let me bring Minna in. Minna, come and join us.
You're saying he needs to play. He doesn't need to play.
No one said
he chooses to play. He chooses to play for his country. He doesn't need to play.
I mean,
I respect that though. Like,
why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he play Jokic? Yeah, Jokic.
I'm not saying that. No. Don't get me wrong. I am not saying that playing for your country, you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying the way you're saying need to. That's not it, the word need to.
No. But the thing is, at Slovenia, like Serbia could play without Jokic, no problem. They went to semifinals. They went to finals without Jokic. So Jokic had he only played this Olympics and the last World Cup. He didn't play before that. He chose to rest. He chose to recover from the season. Luka, on the other hand, is their only superstar. So he needs to play. He needs to, he needs to represent the country.
Are you not worried for the Lakers? Is anyone worried for the Lakers in terms of
nobody cares, bro? Outside of Peter, only Peter cares. Why are you even asking that question?
Oh, good question. I have a second question to that. Do you guys find the trade differently now? Or you guys still think it was like a bad trade on both parts?
No, the Lakers are still going to win. The Lakers still going to win that trade.
You guys sure? If Luka doesn't fix up, you guys still think? Because he's a cone right now. Even in the playoffs, he's a cone.
Right, but
the Lakers win that trade based off of just jersey sales, merchandise, tickets, all that.
I guess,
and
stuff that way.
As well.
Antonio, right? He's next to LeBron. Everyone can question his professionalism up to this point. LeBron ain't gonna take the nonsense next year for professionalism, right? So if he gets 20-30% of LeBron's work ethic, the Lakers are gonna win the trade.
Do you know what's crazy though? He needs to lose weight though.
Yeah, let's compare to football.
He does. He needs to.
When Ronaldo
weight,
came to United, everyone said, "Hey, everyone's gonna take his work ethic. He's the most hardworking person ever." Did any of our players follow after him?
Yeah, no one.
No,
yeah.
Wait, no, that's totally different.
I don't know. No. He has years to change, and he never chooses to change.
Hang on, when Ronaldo left in 2009, there was still Vidic, ever real. That's a totally different.
He's talking about
I'm talking about the lifestyle.
When he came back.
He's talking about his lifestyle. No, but he's talking about the lifestyle. I think a great player like Luka is not gonna make He's not going to make those changes because he knows he's great. So this guy, go and find me pieces that are going to defend for me. I'm going to be Luka. We know that already. And LeBron told him, just be Luka when he got there. So he probably listened to that and said, all right, cool. He said, just be you.
But just be Luka on the court.
Finals last year. If what happened to him in the finals last year didn't make him get in the lab and figure out his defensive stuff. I get what you're saying. He's never going to be a shutdown defender. But the effort that he shows right now is pitiful, and he can improve.
But they could have won that game with a center. They could have been more dangerous with a role player.
They could have won that game if they didn't keep putting Luka in the pick and roll and end up scoring 41 points off.
Listen, Rudy is the most underrated player. Everyone's hate. I don't know why everyone hates him. It may be because of the contract. He doesn't deserve the money, but he's a good player. He's a great player.
Let's move on though from these. Go on.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say quick. We're really gonna skip over the fact JJ Redick only put on Maxi Kleber, who hasn't played a minute.
Oh yeah, we talked about it earlier.
We spoke about it.
But we ain't I feel okay, cool.
We can give it to him again.
Yeah. Hey, yo, pause. Luke is the target at this moment because he's the superstar. But there was a hell of a lot of mistakes by the Lakers in general. But I think they'll be fine. I honestly think they'll be fine.
Really, let's move on. It wasn't going to be next. Actually, let's quickly get to this. These sides that are out. But I thought they'll be good to talk about a major moment that happened. We'll start with the Bucks. Because Miami's gone, the Bucks are gone, Pistons are gone, Magic's gone, Grizzlies are gone. I don't know who else is going to join them. What other two teams are going? Because actually, we'll wait until let's go back. Let's go in order. We'll talk about the Bucks. We saw that big moment, the bust up. Tyrese's dad, and Giannis. Riri, I'll start with you. What do you think of that? And what's your thoughts on that altogether?
Initially, when what I saw, the clip I saw is the last clip when Giannis actually approached him and they spoke. They were head to head, and then Giannis walked away and gave the thumbs up and whatever. I didn't see the initial situation where the dad ran out to the court with the towel or whatever, and like was in Giannis's face and saying whatever he was saying. I don't condone that. At the end of the day, you're a fan, and that's dangerous. He should not have been allowed on the court. Like, fans are not allowed to be on the court. Like, you're not allowed to run on the court. And I don't care whose dad you are. You're still a fan. You're not part of the coaching team. You're not part of the team itself. You shouldn't be on the court. So, yeah, I agree with the ban that he got because that was out of order.
Anyone else's thoughts? Does anyone have an opposing thought that is feels like he's well within his rights?
No.
Did you?
I think it's gonna hurt the Pacers though a little bit because he brings a bit of energy to when when they're on the court. Like, he brings a lot of energy, like he's supporting his son and all of that. And them banning him, I think it's gonna hurt them in the next round that they've got against the Cavaliers.
It's not gonna be easy.
No, go on.
Honestly, I think the thing that's gonna hurt the Pacers is them celebrating that round one win like they won the championship. Like, I get the game ended in a dramatic fashion, but it was too much celebrating for a team that's serious about winning. Like, that's a round one exit. It went hard. It was harder for you than it actually probably should have been, considering how talented your team is. And y'all celebrating to the heavens like y'all about to get the Larry O'Brien trophy. Like,
didn't they play each other last year?
Yeah, Pacers won 4.
Right.
Pacers won 4-1 last year.
No, that game
So,
it went to 7 last year.
Did it?
No, they didn't win 4-1.
Yeah. 7.
It went to 7 last year.
I'm pretty
No,
sure
because
But that's what I'm saying. I remember last year that series was a very competitive series. So I think and Jeffrey, that's why I think that celebration was the way it was, because of how physical and competitive that series was last year.
And it's a rivalry as well. You have to remember, but the rivalry's kicked in. Like, there's two teams that now hate each other.
You was in the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
You can't stand on the table.
It's round one.
And got swept. Go
on, Roland.
You can't stand on the table and start crying like Pat Bev when you like. Come on, bro. Like,
the play. That was playing, bro. That was the playing, bro.
Yeah, standing on the table is reserved for winning the finals.
He stood on the table.
You know the Jesus statue in Rio de Janeiro, bro. He stand up like, bro, it's a play-in, bro.
Y'all trying to control how these men celebrate when they play games, bro?
This is what I'm saying.
Y'all are trying to criticize how these men celebrate when they win games, bro? That's what fans are doing out here now.
Especially in the first round, you have to.
That's what fans are doing out here. You trying to control that narrative? You're right.
Yeah.
But I get the Pacers,
Let's go. I need to talk to this guy. I need to talk to Whitehead especially because obviously
I need to speak to you as well, Mr. Mentioning Doc Rivers every mother. I was gonna cuss.
Well, I'm gonna answer.
No. The way you've been running Doc Rivers' mouth, you were defending him last time we were here. Now everything's Doc Rivers. You scumbag.
Well, I was going to ask you about Doc Rivers. I was going to ask you about Doc Rivers, actually. I thought it'll be the perfect time to ask you about Doc Rivers. Is he to blame? Is Doc Rivers to blame?
So I'm going to warn you now. You best hold the sin bin button over me, because I ain't.
Oh, wait, no, I'm not going to ask you.
No. Let me...
I'm getting rid of it now. He told me I should be what you call it, bro. Go on.
Doc Rivers is to coaching what Al Qaeda is to.
This man, is out of control,
bro.
Just don't do that.
But then it's Doc. Wait, hold on, guys. Are you all? How much blame? If you could do percentages, how much blame do you give to Doc for that?
90%. 90%.
Yeah, about 90 or 95.
Griffin, bro. Justice for Griffin. I swear down. Justice for him.
Doc Rivers is a coach you bring in when you have a team of players who know what to do, but they just need somebody to like give them like a little dad.
Don't say that.
To distract them, to distract them. Yeah.
You don't bring.
He
Doc
tried that before and didn't do shit.
You don't bring Doc Rivers near your organization for anything. right?
Don't bring
You
Darvin
you,
Ham
you,
either.
you don't bring him. You don't bring him anywhere. If you
Smokey
want,
says Gary Trent turning the ball over twice. How's that Docker's fault? Man, just running a narrative.
brother, he came right, and I said, hang on,
Gary Trent in the game?
wait, and I sent Antonio. I sent in we've got an NBA group chat. After game 3 or 4, this man said, "Oh, we haven't made any adjustments, brother. You're in the playoffs, and it's taken you 4 games to make an adjustment." He openly said, "We have made no adjustments." It took till game 5 for him to put out a brand new lineup that he had not tested. You're in an elimination game, and you get to your 5th game, and that's when you decide, maybe I need a different lineup. But my problem with Doc Rivers is this: this man has had Joel Embiid, Paul George. He's had Lob City. He's had
James Harden.
He's had James Harden. He's now has Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? Whether people agree or not, Giannis is like top consensus generally around.
What's he going?
Top 3, top 2, top 3. This man is noodle hair Ronaldo in his prime. When you consider Jokic, Messi, or swip him the other way around, brother, you have a generational talent. A guy is considered consensus Hall of Fame, and you only just get a winning record 2 weeks into 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of the season. You get a gentleman's sweep. You don't need, and he's the one that built this entire team. Yeah. Okay, right, and he's living. I know Roland, like,
is he leaving? Is he leaving?
Is he hell? Well, they can't do anything.
Is Giannis gonna leave? Does anyone believe Giannis is going?
Yep.
There's 2 destinations. The NBA are gonna rig it. I swear down. It's either gonna be the Lakers or New York. It's either those 2.
Lakers.
Nah, Miami.
He's been in the school market.
No, he can't go to Miami. If
He's
he's
going
been
to-
in the
Why he can't go? Why? Wait, whoa! Why he can't come to Miami?
because there's not enough there. It's like it's almost scared to do what Dame does. It's almost doing what Dame did.
You bugging.
You have to trade the whole franchise for Giannis.
You bugging.
Like if you see the players,
Wait. Do you
who
not
will you
think?
trade?
No, they don't.
Okay, Antonio.
No, they don't, Peter.
Seriously, if you got Giannis, yeah, how long is it gonna take you guys to win? Because what pieces are you gonna hold on to? There's no way.
You
What
said
you
that, but we
talking
had
about?
Jimmy Butler and made the finals like a couple years ago, and I think Giannis is better than Jimmy. It's
Yeah,
about
but
the culture. If you have a culture, and there's a culture in Miami of winning. Like even though we were bad this year, we still made the playoffs. So we're always gonna be there and about. It's about like adding the next player that's gonna take us to like over the edge. But I think Giannis is I don't think he's gonna leave, but I think it's 50-50 where he goes. I don't think it will be the Lakers because the Lakers need a third team to help him get him, and I hope no one helps them get them because they don't have enough cap space. They got to trade a couple people, and then hope another team helps them get Giannis. So it's gonna be hard for the Lakers to get them, even though a lot of people are saying he wants to go there. It's gonna be hard.
Wait, so you lot believe that he's gonna leave a team that got swept? He's gonna go to a team that just got swept easy.
You have Luka.
Like-
You have Luka Doncic. Yeah, Giannis and Luka together, bro.
Shaq and Kobe.
Okay, but
Giannis
who would they
is
trade
the-
for
Giannis is the
Giannis
kind
though?
of-
You guys are saying that, but who are they gonna give up on Giannis? Let's start there first.
I mean,
They
10
can give
first
up-
round
no.
picks.
Everyone,
They don't
don't
have any
care. They
first round
wanna win
picks. That's what I'm
now.
saying. They need
Everyone.
another team to
Brother,
help them get
everyone-
there.
They'll give up half their team if they want to.
Tonio,
They'll give the Kobe statue, bro.
Tonio, everyone except
And people
Luka
will
and
take a
LeBron.
pay cut to
Yeah.
play with him.
Yeah.
Trust me. Pure
But that makes the
vet
team
minimum.
worse though. Because if you get rid of some players, you need teams to win the. I don't know. I think it's
Veteran minimum, bro. Put veteran
Let's-
minimum.
Look, if you
Let's
bring in
move,
Giannis
let's
on the
move
on
on
the
though.
Lakers.
So wait, right now, just a quick vote. Does anyone believe that he's gonna leave or he's staying? Actually, let me
Yeah.
check that so I can write all the stuff down. Who's saying he's? What you look telling me? Is he?
I think he's
hold on.
gonna stay.
1 second. I need to see. It's gone. Giannis. So what you saying? You saying stay?
Yeah, I think he's
You
gonna
saying
stay. I think he's
Okay.
very loyal.
Yo. Roland, stay or leave?
He's gone. He's gone. They don't have cap space, bro. They can't do anything. No assets, nothing. They're just stuck. Been like this for years.
Peter.
Yeah, he's going. He's going.
Watch.
See you later, Milwaukee. He gone.
Oh,
Damn,
wow.
everyone say he's gone. That's me.
Oh,
That's
shit.
crazy.
Jeff.
I think he's gonna try to leave. I don't know if they'll be able to get a
Wow.
deal done for him, but I think he's gonna be. I think the reports will come out that he's open to exploring other options, just so that it don't look like he asked for a trade. But yeah, I think he's ready to move on.
KG,
There's
what?
so many teams.
KG, what do you
I
think?
feel like he's gonna do. I feel like he's gonna do a Dame time and leave in the wrong. You know, like how Dame committed again, even though the time to leave was a few seasons ago. There was that one time when he was really pushing. It was like then he just committed for some strange reason. I think he's gonna make that mistake. I think he's gonna.
The
stay.
strange reason was this.
Yeah, I think he's gonna stay. I'm gonna say stay.
But that New York looks interesting.
I don't blame him, bro. He went from playing with Zaza Pachulia, with OJ Mayo, with I don't know, Brendan Jennings. Then went to be a champion, brought a championship. Then they traded his best friend Middleton for Kuzma.
That's
He
crazy.
needs to leave, bro.
Bro,
But
He
you know
needs
what's
to leave.
crazy though? Him at New York would be wicked.
It'll be box
Add him
office.
to New York. Add him to New York. Yeah, New York are serious. Obviously, you got to take a couple of his
Nigerians
brothers.
on Canal Street.
New York.
Crazy.
Nigerian
Oh,
Canal Street.
if
Fuck.
he-
Bootleg Giannis
actually, you know, while
jerseys
we're there,
everywhere.
yeah, let's talk about the Pistons and Malik, bro.
Oh, the
That
turnover.
catch, yeah, that turnover. Because he
I
could have
Malik,
trained
bro.
that.
I
He
watched
coulda
it back
tra-
today.
Oh, Malik, bro. That day, yeah,
Miles.
what are you lot thinking? Like, what's scared? Because it should have. We could have seen more in that game. We could have seen Brunson. What he did was absolutely incredible in that moment, right?
Yeah.
But I just think that's criminal.
I think
That's
if
his
they lost that
experience.
game, the Knicks lost that game, they're gonna lose at Game 7. Because playing at home, they got too much pressure playing on their home court.
Pete, have you not seen that crazy statistic? The Knicks haven't closed the playoff series in New York for 27
Yeah,
years.
that pressure there is
Since
unbelievable.
Bernard King.
Yeah. They can't win at home, and they did their best to throw it away. Yes, they did their absolute best to throw it away yesterday.
They were down 3 with 20 seconds to go. I couldn't believe Detroit couldn't close that out. Like Jalen Brunson, what he did towards the end of the game, there was a play. He was at the baseline. Dennis Schroeder picked him up and then like bumped him. He was off balance, right? Steps back and then laid it up and in. I was like, yo, this is crazy. And then the way he got rid of Scott Thompson for the dagger to kill it, I was
Hold
like,
on,
yeah,
I'm gonna mute Riri while this.
you deserve that clutch player of the year, man. That was crazy, man.
Don't worry, Roland. I saw a team 7 points up with 40 seconds to go and somehow get knocked out the playoffs.
That's a Doc Rivers effect, though.
The
Anything's
same-
possible with Doc
20 seconds, bro.
What do you lot reckon about Carl? What do you reckon about Carl Anthony Towns this series though? Like, because you know there was a lot coming into it saying, is he gonna show up in the playoffs in this one, especially for the Knicks? He had a good regular season, but what do you think of how he?
Show me what you do against Boston. They were
Yeah.
supposed to be the Pistons. Show me what you do against Boston.
His uncle is there.
Yeah.
Uncle Al Horford is gonna take him down. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
let's see what you do against.
Yeah.
Right. They were supposed to be the KG. They were supposed to be the Pistons. The Knicks have a horrible record against Boston and Cleveland this year, and a horrible record. So let's see which cat shows up. If he does against Boston, then we can have a conversation. For me anyway.
All right, listen. Moving on. Let's go. Let's talk about the team that everyone wants to talk about. Let's talk about our beloved Miami. What are we doing with that organization? What are we doing with that franchise?
Wait, while we talking about Miami, they're out though. We don't need to
Eliminating
focus on
teams. There you go. Miami, Bucks, Pistons, Magic, Grizzlies.
That's
I'm not going to
crazy.
waste
That
time on the
team- that
Magic or the
team needs-
Grizzlies.
That team needs to be revamped. It needs to be revamped from that. Like Pat needs a different position. Pat needs to step down from the position that he's in.
And then, who would you like to see? Do you have an idea of who you lot want to see next?
I would like Zoe to take the position over. I really think Zoe would be a good fit for that position. I really think Zoe would be a good fit for that position. And move Pat somewhere, maybe a convalescent home or an old folks home or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with what Riri is saying.
Where's
Like,
the
Pat Riley
sipping?
is.
Hang on, I got sipping.
Yeah, yeah,
Where's
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
sipping?
yeah. That's crazy. That's absolutely. That's actually. Wait.
Oh, no.
That's how I want it, bro. Nah. Wait, hold on. Go on. Who was gonna speak?
No, I was saying I agree with Riri. Like moving Pat Riley to a different position and putting Alonzo Mourning in as like GM, president of basketball operations. I think they have committed to trying to build around Bam, and they've treated Bam like he's this just like untradeable piece that like if they just get the right pieces around, and it's just like he's a limited player, he has limited ability, and he has limited desire to show up and be consistent in games. So I think they're going to have somebody who comes in and doesn't look at these pieces as precious as Pat Riley does, and they're gonna have to. They need like a complete squad overhaul, in my opinion.
I agree. My patience has legitimately ran out with Bam. Bam, I thought in like not even this season. When Jimmy came, I thought Bam would have unlocked his potential because he is a very good player, but he is still not trying to be one of the real leaders on this team. Like he's just coasting and to have all that potential and not utilize it to its full extent, it's frustrating for me as a Heat fan. And I would rather see him go and bring somebody else that's gonna actually wanna fight and wanna win. Like, look at Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero was playing second fiddle to Jimmy Butler for what, 2 seasons? Jimmy left and Tyler stepped his game up. Like, there's nobody that could tell me that they expected Tyler to do what he did this season. But he stepped up. Bam is supposed to be that person, and he hasn't done it. So, I agree with Jay. I think that Pat Riley has to step down, man. He has to. It's not working anymore. His style of how he wants this team to be is not working anymore. You got to pivot. When it's not working anymore, you got to pivot.
We've seen a man step down as well. Legend, Greg. Everyone's grandfather Greg is getting upstairs. Is he really getting upstairs? Like, what is he gonna be now? Like, it didn't make sense to me. Is that a real role, or they're just trying to just look after him and say, "Hey, move out the way"?
It's a real role.
It's a real role.
Yeah, I gotta say though, like, Popovich is one of like the greatest coaches like we ever seen. He's also one of the greatest humans being that ever come to the NBA. Like politically, like just like as a person, he's always been respectful to like the black culture and everything that happened. He's always like speaking up for us. So I respect him a lot as a person. To see this happen is kind of sad, but I feel like it's time. Like there's come a time when like you need to move on as a coach because the game is kind of passing you by. But he's a great coach.
Yeah,
the greatest. I hear him in the organization.
In my opinion, the greatest.
It's the same. It's the same thing that Boston did with Brad Stevens. He was coaching, then they moved him up to president and GM. He brings in, Ime Udoka. That didn't quite work out, but Brad Stevens as a GM has worked out.
Couldn't keep it in his pants.
Ime, you look close. Ime was important. You can't leave out.
Danny Ainge.
I feel like it's one of them that look, Golden State before they made the changes, before like the coach that was there before that really built it together. He didn't get to reap the rewards, and I feel like Ime Udoka was getting this Boston side prepared, and now they've just gone on and done what he set.
I mean, they were already in They were already in Eastern Conference Finals before Ime Udoka too. He got them to the finals, but Mazzulla got us over the hump.
Nah, Ime took him to another level. You got to give him credit for that. It's his fault for like choosing
Boston,
mid over
another
like
level
greatness.
is winning a chip. We not sitting around celebrating people who took us to the finals and lost in Boston. That's not getting down.
No,
Alright.
okay,
Hang
he was
back.
gonna win it
Wait,
next year anyway.
let's-
He was gonna win it next year.
You might,
Let's-
hang on. You talking like you were winning titles all through.
Yeah,
It's
like
2000s.
mental.
Man,
Boston's
That's why
back.
we don't talk about a lot of those years a lot. Because we didn't win the championship.
None of us are alive for that Bill Russell era, man. Let's not do this.
Do you know what's crazy? I'm gonna support New York for this time. I'm gonna support New York against these lot. I'm gonna support New York in this one, just because this attitude, yeah. I don't even Boston the way they're acting.
Okay, get ready to pick a new team the next season, the next series.
No, I don't. They're not my team. I'm just saying I just want them to beat your team right now.
Underdog.
Yes, and I said get ready to pick a new team the next series. Because when we beat New York, then you're gonna have to be rooting for Cleveland.
Wait, to all the Celtics fans, do you really think this team is as good as it was last year, or you guys just have chest?
Wait. Nothing's changed since last year. We just have injuries this year. That's it. No,
So you guys saying you guys will win it again?
Yes.
Okay. I like the chest.
All right, let's talk about a team now. I need to ask you guys, who's coming out? Who's gonna make it into the next round? Clippers or Nuggets? Rockets or Warriors? So let's start with the Clippers and Nuggets because this is a tasty tie. Like it's crazy in that game, man. Kawhi, he looks like he's back and healthy. He looks like it's a real situation. And somehow Denver are the same, even though they got rid of everyone in terms of from a coaching perspective. Talk to me.
Depends which Jamal Murray shows up.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
No.
Yes, man.
No,
Don't do that.
because Jokic will be Jokic.
Peter,
It just depends on the second person.
I know. But Jamal is Jamal in the playoffs. It depends if the bum MPJ shows up. Watching him, yeah.
It depends which version of those two players shows up.
Yeah.
If Jokic doesn't have his two guys, they're going home because I'm surprised James Harden has actually been like normal James Harden for the first time in his life.
Playing, man.
So I don't know. I think I picked the Clippers, so I'm gonna stay with the Clippers. I think I
big up Zubats though. Zubats is a great player.
Yeah,
like
he's good.
he was never projected to be this.
The Lakers should have never let him go. Like that was one of the biggest mistakes they made.
But Antonio, he was never projected to be this.
Oh yeah,
this
I guess
player.
you're right. But I always liked him on the Lakers. I felt like he was a good player.
Yeah. He's a good defender. He's a rim protector.
You know he done well as well.
Shout out Ben Simmons, man.
I will get to bed,
Don't
bro.
start this, please. Don't start this.
Hey, we're not gonna. Hey, listen. One player that we will give some credit to that doesn't get his ratings as well. Russell, though. Russell Westbrook again. 14 points. 14 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. He's not a major option. He's just there to be a part of it, and he understands what he's a part. Now he's a part of a system. No, we're not giving him no ratings. No,
it's too early for me. It's too early for me.
You got to rate him, yeah, because like obviously he's had to transform his game. Obviously he's lost a lot of explosiveness after the injuries that he's had. Yeah. He's accepted like being like a guy that comes off the bench, like because that transition like kind of happened when he went to the Lakers, and then obviously he dropped out of the rotation, and then he had to just kind of embrace that. Then he goes to the Clippers, did the same thing. He's done it here at Denver. To be honest, him coming off the bench is actually giving them a lot of offensive like options coming off the bench because they don't really have anybody else. Because the rest of that rotation, like they're just young players who we're not sure if they're going to be good or not. So like, and I think that's going to be the weakness for Denver. To be honest with you, like the Clippers will be able to beat them, I think, because they have a little bit more coming off the bench. Like, but it is what it is.
The thing with him, yeah, he still thinks he's the Russ of old. You know when he goes, like he attacks the rim. Russell in 2020 would have dunked the whole Clippers, the whole Clippers lineup. Now, but he still thinks he's that Russell. But hopefully Nuggets will win this.
Yeah, that's my only problem.
So what are you not saying? So are we? Does anyone want to change their picks? Let's go back actually and see what we got wrong. So let's go to the Boston series. Everyone picked Boston. Cool. Cleveland. Everyone picked Cleveland except Riri. Clippers. Here we go. Wajid, Riri, KG, Roland said Clippers, and we got Nuggets, PR and JP in 7.
What did I pick?
We all said 7.
We also okay.
Yeah, it was that kind of series though. It was just too
It's that
close.
kind of. So we all said 7. It's mad though. So are you not sticking with your picks, or do you want to change anything?
I'm
I'm
sticking with
sticking
I'm sticking with my pick.
I'm gonna stay with my
Yeah.
pick.
No, I'm sticking with mine.
All right, cool. Well, we'll see, man. I'm looking forward to that one. Moving on though, Warriors versus Houston. Again on this one, you got Warriors. I've gone with Warriors in 7. Watch it as well. Riri as well. Antonio said in 6. PR said Houston in 6. JP said Houston in 6. What do you lot think about this one? What's gonna happen?
I thought the young players would have stepped up a little bit, but the experience of the Warriors just prevailed after every game. I think today the series will be done.
Really, it's
Warriors are
over.
winning today. Yeah. Today.
Yeah, I think so too.
Roland, what you saying?
Jalen Green needs to stop painting his nails, and he needs to start getting into the action. Because for real, because like he's had a lot of inconsistency, right, through this series. He needs to stop painting the nails and get in the gym, bro. Get ready for this one, bro. Tonight.
So you trying to say because the man paints his nails, he doesn't produce on the court? So the nail polish has. Let me get this straight. The nail polish has something to do with him playing basketball. Is that what you're saying? So all the women that
I think that's what he's saying. I think that's what he's saying.
All the women that play basketball that paint their nails, like the entire Liberty team would just won a championship. You're saying they shouldn't paint their nails?
But they're women.
No, I just want to know what you're saying. I'm just trying to get
women. He's a man.
Are
my nails painted?
If nail polish.
Are my nails painted?
I just want to know if nail polish on the nails. I want to know if nail polish on the nails is what stops people from performing.
But they're women. Like it's
what does
okay.
that mean, bro?
They can put makeup. They can look good.
What does that mean, bro?
Men shouldn't put makeup.
Men shouldn't do a lot of things that you men think men shouldn't do. There's a lot of things I could tell you that men shouldn't do. Men shouldn't cheat either, but they still cheat.
Don't Shannon sharp me, please.
Men shouldn't sleep with underage people, but they still do. I mean, what we doing here?
Hey, I don't condone any of those.
Y'all want to start that conversation? We could go there, We could go there. We could talk about all the things that men shouldn't do.
All right, cool. So what Roland's never gonna do again is that.
Track back. Track back.
Track back, bro. Track back. Bro. And wants to say, Eminem wants to confirm in the comment section that he says we don't cheat, Riri.
Yeah, we don't.
I'm just saying, no one wanted to set no screens, nothing, bro. Like just left me in the pick and roll on my own, fam.
Bro, no, you started the pick and roll, bro.
Bro, the coach pick and pop, bro. I'm a pick and pop guy. I'm a pick and pop guy, bro.
The coach did not call that play.
Let me tell you something. You would have been better off just saying that homeboy needs to get in the gym and do what he got to do to shore up his situation. You'd have been better off just saying that. You'd have been fine. I'd agree with you.
See, Roland, I would have gone with maybe it's awkward that the stepson that's the same age as him is watching.
Yeah,
I mean
that's what I would have gone with.
It's all mad. It's all mad. But yeah,
let's move on. Let's move. So wait a minute.
Houston is just a young team.
It's all love, Roland, right?
Listen, we left Roland in the mix.
Hey,
I saw JP went like this. This is the best one he went.
No screen, nothing. Just left me there, fam. On the island.
I was there, bro.
Bro, I went missing like Erdogan, bro. I was out like Erdogan, bro. I said, bro, that's coming from this man, bro.
No illegal screen, nothing. Just left me there, fam. That's crazy.
KG, they were looking for you like how Arsenal was looking for Odegaard the other day.
They was looking for me. I said, me? Nah. The closest you're gonna get to my performance was this.
Hey, the comments are killing me right now, fam. Hey, that's
Hey,
crazy.
all right. Well, let's move on though. Let's move on because
but Warriors in 7 anyway.
Yeah,
I'm
Warriors.
still
I think I picked Warriors, didn't I, KG?
Yeah.
you did. Warriors in 7. So all and except Antonio went in 6.
I did.
So
I did Rockets
listen,
in 6.
man. I think. Wait, Riri,
Yeah,
P.O. owes
but-
you an apology. P.O. owes you
Nah,
an apology.
it's all good. I told Peter to stay away from the gambling, even if it's $5. Me and Wajid have had this conversation with him, right,
We had
Wajid?
to
I'm
talk-
never backing down on my team. Never.
I didn't say for you to back down, bro. I was just telling you, just ease
didn't
off the
even need it.
especially when you know it's not gonna be a short thing, bro.
No,
Like,
but
walk away.
that's my thing.
No,
Yeah,
but the way you
when
gambled was silly though. You didn't even need to do it. Riri didn't even come and say, you was like, let's do something. I was like, why?
but KG,
Yeah,
ain't you the same, bro?
No, but
Ain't you
what
the-
you did,
But
I
listen.
took, even when I'm telling you, hey, I don't think that's a good bet, you know. And I've lost a lot of money last season, so I learned a lesson. You were like so adamant. I was like, don't
He
do
doubled
it, bro.
down, KG. He
With me,
doubled
yeah,
down.
KG, with
Yes.
me, yeah. When we're low, I wanna guess it up in my mind, like I did with Bilbao, bro. Like
No, but that's different
No.
though.
Oh,
Like
man,
you just said for
Peter.
no reason, 20
Oh.
memberships, and I said, bro, you don't
Bro,
have
I
to
was
do
even
this.
trying to let him have a happy birthday. The man wouldn't even listen to me. Like, it was just...
Anyway, we move on though, man. So we're gonna get into this real predictions right now as well for the next round. So we're saying we all said Thunder's gonna go through. No one's surprised about that. This next round though, Thunder versus potentially Denver or Clippers, or we're just gonna leave that one because we just don't know what to do there.
we'll see who's the real MVP.
Well, oh wow.
Nah,
Raw.
why you doing
Raw. You're saying that's what you want. I think it's
Yeah.
Clippers, you know.
that? I'm gonna lie.
So
I
Peter,
just feel
so
like
hang on.
Clippers-
So wait. So Peter, if Jokic goes home tonight, then do we know who the real MVP is?
Just
Yeah, Simmons.
that's crazy.
Nah.
Alright, so
It's not
you
tonight,
know
though.
what?
That's
We'll
KG's
leave the
MVP.
We'll
Sorry.
leave the ones that are not. We'll leave the teams that have not like secured and made it clear. Let's just go over to the side where it's everyone knows what's going on this side. Let's talk about Cavaliers, Pacers, but Knicks, Celtics. We should start with the big one. Knicks versus Celtics. It's massive. It's huge. I've made up my mind just by seeing Roland and Jeff. They're just too. There's just this Boston energy about them that I don't know. It's like they just feel high and mighty for some strange reason. I don't like it. It's
We're the
weird.
current
Like
champions. Why wouldn't we?
They need to
feel
be
that?
humble.
know,
Yeah,
but
right.
yeah, I don't know. It's just not working for me at the moment.
Took
But
these man. They're like Liverpool. Took these man 20 years to win a
Yeah.
title, and they're just walking around like they've been here, man. It's
Just
disgusting.
chest
But you
all
know
day.
what's
They go to the gym and skip
You know
legs,
what's
just
funny about
chest.
that? You know what's funny? At least for the last
I like
5
that
years,
one, Tonio. I like that one. I like that one,
For the
Tonio.
last 5 years, we've been the best team in the NBA. Just because we ain't won the title, doesn't mean.
Wait, how can you be
Bro,
the best
you gotta
team
win
and
the
not
title.
win the
You
title?
need-
That's
Play
You need to win to be the best, bro.
Hey,
That's crazy.
Come on.
You need to win to be the best, bro.
We won the
Does
most
that?
games
You
over
can't
that
lose
time.
and not and say you're the best team.
You have to win to be the best.
If you look at the last 5 years, just across the playoffs, we won the
KG.
most games across the 5 years.
KG,
Just because you
KG.
didn't
Did you
win-
did you
Hold
did
on,
you
let
did
him
this,
land,
bro?
let Roland land.
Because
Let him land.
Look at Denver, right? They won it 2 years ago. Where are they now? Struggling to get out the first round right now. Right? Who won it in 2019? Toronto. Where are they now? Rebuilding. Come on, but the Celtics have been
making
there
a-
consistently.
It's a
They've
fair,
been
it's
there
a strong
consistently.
argument. They've been there consistently.
Eastern Conference finals.
What-
Eastern Conference
okay,
finals.
so- okay,
But
alright,
at the end, but at
Wait,
the,
wait, no,
but
no,
at
wait,
the
wait.
end of the day,
No,
as
wait,
a
strong
at the
argument.
end of the day,
Wait,
when it comes
wait,
to
wait.
the Celtics, the only thing that matters is championships. Period. Point blank. So all those years where we were one of the top teams in the NBA, and maybe across the average the past 5 years, we would be one of the best. But if we wouldn't hang up no banners, then none of those years, all those years are failures. That's how I look at it as a Celtics fan. That's
I'm
like
just
even
saying,
Wajid, if
I
you say
respect
like
that.
I'm not
confident.
acting like we've been winning this whole time. I don't
I'm
bring
just
up
confident.
years where we didn't win, but Right now, we're the current champions, and people are like, "Why are you guys so confident?" Because we just won, and we brought back most of the pieces that we had last year. We had a great season, even though our starters only played 13 total games together. Everybody's healthy going into the playoffs, and we playing the Knicks, who we beat every single time we played them this year. Why would we not go into this confident? Like, I know most of us are Manchester United fans, and we used to going in the game scared. But when I take that hat off and I put on my Celtics hat this year, I have confidence most of the time because most of the time we win.
You know why you shouldn't be as confident? Because
Well,
the
hold
eye
on,
test
it's
tested me, the Celtics.
Wackis said it.
No, I was just gonna say. I was just gonna say, if that's the case, if United get to the final of the Europa League, we're the best team. We got to the final. Let's celebrate Arsenal finishing
Unbeaten,
second,
bro. Unbeaten,
We're
bro.
unbeaten. We're unbeaten in Europe, bro.
finishing second 3 years in a row. Let's
Nah, but
let's celebrate
KG,
Arsenal.
I just want to say, as a New Yorker, Boston.
But you support the Heat. You support the Heat.
But as a New Yorker,
Okay.
that's like me living. That's like me living in Manchester and saying, I am telling you, as a New Yorker, and Ronald and my homie up there in the middle know what I'm talking about. Fuck Boston.
This game is going to be spicy as well. Do we think we're going to get some flagrants? We're going to lose some players in this one?
Yeah, this would be.
Yes. Yes.
They're not that tough.
You might even get fans kicked out of the stands, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Where's
This
the first
rivalry
one
right
going to
here?
be?
This is a serious rivalry.
Boston got home series.
You got home court
advantage.
First two in Boston, second two in New York, then it goes 1-1-1. So it goes Boston, New York, Boston. For
It's gonna be a lot of crash outs.
Boston's gonna win the first game, and then New York are gonna bring it back. That's how it's gonna have to be. It's gonna be one of those crazy ones. Boston will win the first one out. They understand. They know what it means to the fans. There's no way they're gonna let it slide. They're never gonna let the New York come in there and have their way with them on the first game.
But listen,
the Celtics have been a better road team this season than a home team this season too. So even if we drop one at home, like we've gone to the Garden and mopped them up multiple times this year.
In my opinion, this is the best. This is the best series regarding matchups. So New York can cover every single player. So they can guard. They have a player that can guard Al Horford. They have a player that can guard Kristaps. Which I said the last finals, Dallas couldn't just match couldn't match Porzingis. Yeah, they had a slow player. I don't know. Was it who was the center? Who was the center for Dallas? The finals.
Gafford and Lively, but
Gafford, yeah, they're slow. They couldn't match their centers. They just spread the court. Yeah, they spread the court and.
Jason Tatum was on the 5-man, so they stopped.
Yeah.
So that's what stopped that. That's how we stopped them. And Porzingis didn't even play. He played game 1, got injured in game 2.
No.
Game 5. Like we were nice even without it. Like
crazy though, because you've got players really turning up in the series as well. So we're looking at there's a lot of people that can score. OG Hart can get a couple. Bridges gonna get the team's got players that can put the ball in there. Like they know what they're doing. So Knicks should be a bit confident. And Brunson, if he's gonna have the run that he's having, he really can dominate a game. That guy he's not a normal player as well. He's starting to like the pressure.
We got multiple. We also have multiple.
Jeffrey.
Defenders.
I'm not defending the Knicks. Don't get me wrong, because I'm not a Knicks fan, but I'm a New Yorker. You claim that Boston came in and mopped them up. With any of those games that y'all won in the Mecca more than by 10 points?
I don't remember.
Hang on, so I've got the results up. So I don't know. So the two at New York, one was 131-104, and the last one was 119-117. So yeah, the first game they kicked your ass and they kicked New York's ass.
Right, and the second one it was close with New York.
Yeah, 119-117.
So I think based on that, I think this is going, like KG said, it's going to be a very seesaw a very seesaw battle. It's gonna go back and forth.
Absolutely.
I don't see this being
Yeah,
a walk in the park for Boston.
I don't think the Knicks are going to lay down. I think the Knicks are a very talented team. I think Brunson is a very talented player. I just think that defensively, Boston has a few different looks that they can throw at Brunson, which throws them off of their rhythm. Because we often rotate our defenders on him, whereas most people have one person trying to guard Brunson, they end up in foul trouble. But it's like if Drew Holiday ends up in foul trouble, then we put Derek White. If Derek White ends up in foul trouble, we put Peyton Pritchard. If Peyton Pritchard ends up in foul trouble, we can switch Jaylen Brown. If Jaylen Brown ends up in foul trouble, we can move Jason Tatum over there. So defensively is where I'm hanging my hat.
But that leaves to KG's point, that leaves a couple of people open, like Hart.
But we
Like
switch everything.
who's the African guy that plays on the Knicks? OG Anunoby. Yeah, that leaves the two of them open. Who's guarding them? If you put in all these men and they get into foul trouble on Brunson.
I've just watched hang on. I've just watched the Knicks struggle against the Pistons in 6 games. Yeah. Boston in 5, and that's it.
And they lost 2 at the Garden, so
we switched everything though. Like it's not
the
even
Knicks, right? Hang on. The Boston played in New York 4 times this year. Yeah, it was a series sweep, 4-0 Boston. Right. I seen Boston do what they did. Championship experience. I seen the Knicks. Like I said, the Pistons should have won last night for all intents and purposes. New York should be going 7 games against Detroit. Boston in 5. They might nick one.
Let's go around. Peter.
Yeah, Boston in 5.
What are you saying? Boston in 5?
Boston in 5, yeah. Big up my cousin who lives in Albany, New York, though.
you can't stay at his house, brethren. I can tell you that right now. You ain't gonna stay at his house.
I'm gonna say Knicks in 6.
Knicks in 6.
Yeah.
That's a hurt Laker fan talking.
I'm not a Laker fan.
He's not a Laker. He's not a Lakers
Miami fan.
He's a Miami fan.
He's a Miami fan. Antonio 6. There you go. All right, Riri.
I got New York in 7.
Riri, New York in 7. I'm with you as well. Riri, KG, 7. Gone. What are you saying? Who else? Who am I gonna ask? Roland. Obviously, I know what you're getting. Stupid question.
The Celtics in 5, man. They'll get 1. Like,
wow.
They'll get 1. It's crazy. Okay.
They'll get game 3.
Roland, 5.
Yeah, they'll get the first one in New York.
Jeff, what are you saying?
I'm gonna say Celtics in 6.
JP in 6. Cool. Sorted. Are we all getting? Can we all agree that we're gonna go with the Cavs?
No.
Yep.
I'm getting with the Cavs. I'm not even gonna waste.
Yeah, I'm going with the Cavs.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Peter, why
It's
do you
hard
do
to
this,
say.
bro?
Because in my opinion, they're better.
No,
The Pacers
really
are
and
in
truly
the
though, with all
championship.
seriousness, Indiana is a team, bro. Like they're legit a team. Like they're legit a team, and they're a greedy team. Like they grind out wins. Like they can grind out wins, and that's what, like, to Roland's point, I don't know. Like this particular series, like taking away from the emotions, whatever, just straight basketball. This is a hard series for me to like predict.
I'm going with the Cavs just because I saw the way they took care of business in round 1. It was just like, in my opinion, never in doubt. They seem serious. And when I look at them versus the parade that they had, that Pacers had the other day for winning in round 1, to me, it's kind of like that's a tale of 2 teams that have 2 completely different focuses from my perspective. Maybe the Pacers, I think, can make it interesting, but Cleveland is so dominant defensively that I don't really understand. If they find a way to take away Halliburton and make life hard, the Pacers, I think, really, really struggle this series.
This is what I'm saying, and they got scorers. This is the point I made at the first point of it. It's like Cavs, they can score like so many players. Like, if it's not Donovan Mitchell, you're gonna get Hunter. You're gonna get Ty Jerome. You're gonna get players that are gonna put up points.
Speaking as a Heat fan, though, I can honestly say that series, my team literally downed tools the 2 last games. And that's as a Heats fan. I'm telling you, my team down tools. Like my team literally stopped playing. Like they were just present, but they stopped playing. You could see like the heart and everything was
First two
out of that
games,
team.
they were close.
But that's what I'm saying.
But the quality
right?
prevailed.
The quality, but it's not just the quality on the Cavs though. That Heat team legit clocked in. Like they clocked. Well, not clocked in. They clocked out.
There was
Game 3 and Game 4. Game 3 and Game 4. Their minds were already on South Beach.
Yeah, they clocked out. They legit clocked out. So to use that as a litmus test against an Indiana team, for me,
go on,
I can't do that. I can't do
but
that.
They always share the scoring though. That's the one thing with them. They have different people that can.
No. Granted, they do, but Indiana has scorers too.
They don't have the experience, bro.
Scorer on Indiana's team.
They don't have the experience.
Yeah, the thing with Indiana though, and like the Cavs, is the Cavs match up really well. If they sub Siakam, which they will, because they have two great bigs that can do that. I don't trust Halliburton to like be the main guy for this series. I think he'll get like outdueled. So I say Cavs in 5 or 6 for me. I don't see Indiana really doing that much.
I'm getting Cavs in 6.
Cavs in 6.
Yeah.
The thing that's interesting about it though is that Miles Turner, like he operates on the perimeter at times, he can shoot. So it's like
true.
That's where the Cavs have struggled. I think when
Jared Allen,
when they faced the Celtics this season, and we split that series. We had played 4 games. It was 2-2, and the thing that hurt them a lot was because we can spread the floor and be 5 out. They struggled with that at times. So I wonder how that's going to play into the hands of the Pacers, where Miles Turner's going to be operating on the perimeter. He's going to shoot a few threes in a game. How do they stop it? That's the thing that I find quite interesting, to be honest.
Same as everyone can shoot the 3 ball except Thomas Bryant. Everyone. So regardless who's at the 5 for the Cavs, like whether it's Allen, whether it's Tristan Thompson, still there would be a weakness in the rim protection, no rim protection.
Have you lot made your picks as well for the
Pacers.
the whole damn thing?
Pacers,
the whole damn thing.
6.
No, the whole damn thing.
Oh, the whole damn thing. That's hard though for right now because I feel like
I can't
I want to get early. Like I want to get the second semi-final. Like in terms of you lot tell me what your pick is for now, so at least we see what's going on. Who do you reckon's gonna win the whole thing?
Nuggets, Denver Nuggets.
I knew that was coming. I knew it. I knew it was coming.
All right, so you're saying
I'm a
Nuggets.
Lakers fan, so.
All right, cool. So I got Peter going with the Nuggets. Is it worth my time asking the Celtics fans what they think?
No.
Celtics.
Don't waste your time, bro.
Don't waste your time.
Roland. All right, Wajid, what are you saying?
Warriors.
Whoa.
Yes, same as me. I'm going to Golden State.
I'm going with Golden State too.
Hold on, JC. Riri's getting Warriors.
DW.
I just saying their path to like the finals is like perfect for them if they get past this round.
They're gonna meet Anthony Edwards. Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
And he's. Do you see him walking around town? How confident he was, man.
He's taking out KD and LeBron. He wants Steph now. I'm telling you.
But like Jimmy Butler can guard like Ant though. That's the thing I don't really.
Was I the only guy who put him in the top 5 best players in the NBA?
No, I think I did too.
Yeah.
Ant is gonna be the conversation about Ant being the face of the NBA going forward is not a bad conversation.
Wait, hold on,
He is
Peter.
the face.
But hang on, but Peter, on that logic, you also put Luka in your top 5, and what happened?
But Luka averaged 35, bro.
No, but this is what this is
European bias.
Yeah, that's a bias. I'm not gonna lie.
That's not a bias.
That's the
It's not
Eastern
a bias.
European bias.
No.
This is what we're doing.
I legitimately think he's a fantastic player.
Yeah, it's so fantastic that they looked for Luka every time they played offense. Yeah. If this is what we're doing, then yeah.
He averaged 35, bro, or 33. I don't know how much.
And then they got knocked out, and then he was in the next.
I mean, great teams can, like great coaches, great minds can cover the one weak spot at defense. So Four players
can't
can cover for the one.
Redick, then.
I'm
You
getting
can't-
OKC. I'm getting OKC.
Okay.
To win
Yeah.
everything. Fair.
I'm gonna get OKC. Yeah. Why not? Yeah. Just
It's gonna be
decided.
tough for
I was looking at
OKC.
it. Yeah,
They
real
gotta,
tough. But then
the NBA is one of those leagues where you got to learn how to win, and it takes a lot of progressing and losing before you get over the hump. Very
if they
rarely
take
does a
out the
team-
Nuggets, they should feel confident. If they take out Denver, they'll go into that game with and they're young enough that there'll be a problem. If the Warriors do go through, I think there'll be a big issue. Because that the Warriors,
For sure.
they're older. Like they can't move. Like
No,
them
experience
lot.
matters a lot in the NBA. If you don't like that,
Why should
matters
they
a
get
lot
a whole
too,
team?
yeah.
their whole team feeds off of hatred. And in a
Yeah.
playoff series, basically, it's a battery in their back every single game. Like
Sure.
Steph,
You know Draymond's gonna kick
Steph
somebody
can
in the
play the
nuts.
choir boy, but as soon
just
as
know.
people start talking smack, Steph starts shimmying. As soon as Draymond
Yeah.
start yelling at people,
Yeah,
Steph
KG,
get the little evil
yeah,
smirk
K-
on his face.
You
Yeah,
know,
like,
Dylan Brooks running his mouth like he's a big man. Yeah, watch what happens. Watch what
Watch him
happens
today.
tonight.
Yeah, and they
Draymond's
can't run
about
his
to
mouth
go
like that.
demon
He
mode.
can't do that. They can't do.
Yeah,
Oh, they are a bit childish. They are childish.
You might have
Oh,
talking like this is
God.
2018, yeah. When in the first quarter, yeah, they be hitting the threes and everybody's waving the towels on the. It's not the same Warriors team, bro. It's not the same.
Listen. Just
watch.
because he walked into your yard, wiped his feet, went into the kitchen, and won a ring in your just simmer down, yeah.
Tell them what Jay
Yeah,
did.
you
They
guys are mad about
salty.
that
What
shit.
Jay?
I can tell.
Tell them they
I can
salty.
tell.
I just complimented the
Roland.
Warriors.
No.
Not you,
Jeff,
Roland.
Jeff, this is the brother next to you. This is the
This
brother
ain't
next to you.
2018. They ain't waving the towels anymore
Roland,
on the sideline.
Roland,
Roland,
Roland.
you still
Roland,
hurting from
third
that,
quarter.
Roland? You
Roland,
still
third
hurting
quarter.
from that?
Yeah, but you see in the last show, yeah, I did say I wanted to avenge that loss in 2022. I want that matchup. If they can get
Can I ask-
I want them.
Can I ask the panel something?
Go ahead.
I've seen a lot of videos, these couple days. What are your top 10 all-time NBA players?
Oh, we're not gonna. We have to say that for the next show.
Yeah,
There's no way
I
we're
gotta
gonna be
think
able to.
about it now.
That's gonna take
I can
us.
give you top 5, but top 10 is hard.
Top 5,
Yeah,
maybe.
That's still a show.
I've
for-
seen
I'll-
a lot of
that's still a
nonsense,
show
bro.
for another day.
Hey, we'll bring that to the next show. Easy. That's
I've seen a
perfect.
lot of nonsense this
We'll start with that as well. We'll start with that. Listen, people, we've got our picks. We got our. We know what's going on. We'll the next big games. I think when is that Cavs? We have to do that Knicks versus Celtics game. When is that?
Hang on, I'll go.
Sunday. I think
Well,
Sunday.
I've got no.
Monday. I think Monday is the first game.
I've got to get UK to Riri. I've got to get UK time.
It's Monday.
Sunday.
Yeah, give us-
Sunday, it's the Cavs versus the Pacers,
Yeah, so it's
and then Monday is
Cavs-
Boston, New York.
Yeah, but they haven't.
What time's that?
They have
Monday,
12
what time?
p.m. your time.
12 p.m. our
12
time.
p.m. That's
Yeah.
when I just get home from podding. I'm gonna be mash up.
Boston, New
Oh,
York.
guys, bank holiday. Hey,
It's
you
bank,
lot,
it's,
listen.
it's bank holiday Monday.
It's the Tuesday though. Going into the Tuesday for us. Though it's Monday.
It's 9 p.m. 9
Yeah.
p.m.
You know what?
Oh, no,
Hey,
no,
we
no,
might
no,
have
no,
to-
no. I have
we
the-
might
I
have
have
to
the-
do that Knicks Celtics game. It's massive, you know. If you lot are about, I'll be about. So you lot.
It's
let
9
me know what
p.m.
you say.
Monday, 9 p.m. UK time.
9 p.m.
It's
9
not
p.m.
live,
Oh,
bro.
I can't.
It's not
I
live,
can't
bro.
do it. Can you
Really?
lot do? Wait,
Nah.
you lot.
Not 9
I
PM.
can't do it, but can you look?
Europe.
Nah, I see, bro. I have the central time because of work. It says 3 p.m. Boston, New York.
Yeah, it says 6 p.m. on my time. That's like
Yeah.
there's a 6 ahead of me.
Yeah,
So
so-
it should be 12.
They're telling me it's early. No way.
Yeah, it should be
Yeah,
12
Roland.
p.m.
Yeah, it's gonna be early. It's the East Coast.
Is it
I sent
early
it-
though? Because East Coast games over here they start at 12 or 12:30. We don't get
Bro.
nothing else early.
Yeah, it's 12 p.m. because it's like 6 p.m. You guys are 6 hours ahead of me.
Yeah, so
So it
it's
has to be
12
12 p.m. your time.
So that's
All
12.
right, cool.
That's
Yeah.
12.
12. You lot. I think we might have to be there for that one, you know. Well, let me know who's gonna be there. I should be home.
Nah,
I'm-
KG, you talking to America? Most of this panel is Americans, bro. We watch basketball.
Say less.
So,
Yeah,
Say
I'm-
less.
I'm-
That Monday's
there for
gonna be
most
a
of it.
mad one. I'll see you Monday, everybody.
all right,
listen.
man.
Everybody stay blessed. I'm out of here. Have a great one. Have a great night. Peace.
Good night.
Drop a bomb, 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 bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Ooh, look at that.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too lucky that.
None can compare with the KG done. Better take cover when he drops that.
Bomb,
Going
bomb.
on reckless, trust it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
Bomb, bomb, bomb. I said drop a bomb, Dad.